There you all are. All right, great. Awesome. So welcome. Good to have you here. Good morning, good morning. For practice today, you can grab 2 blocks and a strap. I have my mat set up like this just so I can move around and show you different sides of the pose on the Zoom screen, but you're fine with just one. And let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So once you've got 2 blocks and a strap or kind of similar items nearby, go ahead and join me in child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide, arms outstretched. Yeah, good. You can let your eyes close here. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then sigh it out through your mouth. And repeat that once more at your own breath pace. And then with your eyes closed, begin to activate Ujjayi Pranayam. Begin to slow down and deepen your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose and sift your breath past the back of your throat. Spread out through your fingers. If possible, straighten your elbows. And like you do in down dog, spin your triceps, upper outer arms down, and your biceps, your upper inner arms up. And we'll take just a couple more here, finding that focal point of the breath. As you're ready, as you finish that next exhale, walk your hands in, blink your eyes open, come on up to seated, right into the seat of your heels. You can keep your knees wide, like child's pose. And then flip your fingers so your thumbs will point forward, your fingers will point back. Press into your fingertips and lift up through your breastbone. You can look straight ahead. You can start to lift your gaze up that wall in front of you or even up to the ceiling above you, whatever feels comfortable. And take a couple energizing breaths, lifting and moving the breath up under the collarbones, the upper lobes of the lungs. Get bottom heavy, hips to heels as you lift your heart high. Gather your shoulder blades in and your collarbones wide. Good, and then go ahead and look forward and just sit off to one side and we'll lie down on our back for a little core work before we start to stand and flow. So come on down. You might have a block nearby, just within an arm's reach if you have blocks today. And let's start with our shins parallel to the ceiling, the knees directly over the hips, and the arms down by your side. Engage your core so your lower back broadens and releases down into the ground. And then as you exhale, right arm taps overhead, left heel taps forward with a bent left knee. Inhale, come back to the center. Keep your lower back to the mat. Exhale, left arm and right heel. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right arm and left heel. Inhale, center. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Keep it going. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Reaching and lengthening away from your center on the exhale. Good. And keep your belly engaged so that you couldn't slide a hand under your low back. Your lower back is pressing. It's almost like suctioning down towards the mat as you reach the arm and the leg. And then if this all feels pretty easy, pretty doable, straighten the leg. So you hover it a couple feet off the ground, press out through the heel and pull the navel in and up. And just keep that going. Exhale to lengthen. Let's do 4 more, 2 on each side. And you'll finish with that left arm and right leg so that you're even. And then as you finish, hug your knees into your chest and take a little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, release the soles of your feet to the ground. Grab that block that you have nearby and place it either on the middle or the narrow setting in between your inner thighs. Squeeze your block with your inner thighs. Draw your legs back up towards the ceiling. And feel that you can widen and release, again, your lower back down. So if possible, knees are straight. If that's not possible, you can bend a little bit. Just keep your thighs perpendicular to the floor. Spread your toes. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift off your head and shoulder blades. They're going to stay up the whole exercise. And the key with this one is just to move really slowly. So often when we do core work, we're like doing 100 crunches. We're going through the motions. We disconnect a little bit. So I want to slow down the movement, slow down the breath, and take this opportunity to really connect and slow down and drop into your low core. Take a deep breath in. And then hold the breath, squeeze the block, lift up off your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, curl your tailbone up. Inhale, lower your hips. Hold the breath, lift higher up off your shoulder blades, spread your toes. Exhale, curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling, thighs up, tailbone up. Inhale, lower. Lift way up off your shoulder blades, squeeze your block. And on your next exhale, tailbone up. So we slow way down. Inhale, drop into the deep core. Hold the breath, lift, 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 press the low back down. And as you exhale, curl. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, the hips lower and the shoulder blades lift higher. Exhale, squeeze your block and curl your tailbone up. Let's keep this going. 3 more. Yeah, nice. Slow it down. See if you can use a little less momentum and maybe even suspend that lift of the tailbone. Yeah, good. So you build that connection below the navel, deep belly. Exhale to curl. 1 more time. Inhale to lower. Exhale, squeeze in and curl it up. And then lower your head, your shoulders, move your block out of the way. Grab your inner knees and just start to circle your thighs, like you're stirring the thigh in the hip socket. Out and forward and in to your chest. Out and forward and in towards your chest. Do 1 more in this direction. And then do 3 going the other way. And after you finish that 3rd one, we're going to rock and roll, maybe all the way up to standing without the help of your hands. Or, of course, you can push off your hands if you need to. But see if you can, we'll come back to this later, see if you can reach your arms forward, get compact, knees to armpits. Yeah, nice to just stand right on up without the help of your hands. All right, top of your mat, and however you get there is fine. If it didn't happen this time, maybe it'll happen later when you're warmer in your legs, your ankles, your knees, your hips, everything opens. Okay, so come to the top of your mat, hands to prayer seal. And as you inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up, and look up. As you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Uttanasana. Welcome to bend your knees here if you need. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. And as you exhale, step, hop, or float it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, find your downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. One more here. And then we'll look forward and step, hop, or float all the way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, good, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And exhale, gather your hands to your heart, stand firm, navel to spine, pelvic floor tones. Inhale, circle your arms, look up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, step hopper, float, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Take 3 deep breaths. Slow down and stretch out your breath. Open up through your fingers. And as you widen through your hands, widen through your back ribs. Feel your rib cage open with each breath. Look forward, bottom of your exhale. Float, step, hop wherever you're looking. Good, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And exhale, hands to your heart. One more like this. Inhale, reach up, look up, push into your feet. Exhale, fold in half, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, step hopper, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, firm your thighs, knees are lifted. Heart widens. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, root into your fingertips and widen and lift your sitting bones. Again, big breath in. Exhale, spin your upper outer arms back. One more deep breath in. Full breath out. Look forward, step hop or float where you're looking. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And exhale your hands to your heart. Good, stand with your feet at hips width apart. Bend your knees a little bit so you can get into this one. We're gonna take the right foot behind the left, and you're gonna be on the outside edge of your right foot. Right leg is behind. Yeah, your left knee's a little bent. Bend your left knee. Now your right leg is behind, so you're gonna complete kind of a crescent moon shape. Reach your right arm up. You can start with your left hand on your hip. Reach up and over, up and over, up and over. Stay here or grab your right wrist. Hug your navel into your spine, and hopefully, right, we're feeling a side bend, but with this leg out here, it's a little lower down around your hip, and like your QL, that lower back muscle between the bottom rib and the upper right hip. So keep hugging the navel to the spine so that you don't pop your butt back. Hug in, press your hips forward, and take one more breath here. And then come back to the center and just switch. So you'll have your left foot behind, and you'll bend your right knee a little bit, and you're on the pinky toe edge of that left foot. Yeah, good. Left foot is behind. Reach your left arm up. So you're going to continue that arc all through the left side. And then take your right hand to your hip to begin. And side bend. And hug your navel to your spine. Press your pelvis forward so your hips don't go back. Looks good. Hopefully it feels good, right? Side bending low around the hip. Maybe grab the wrist, or feel free to keep your right hand on your hip. For 2 more. So your right knee will stay bent. Yes, that's it. Good, and then slowly, gently come on back to 2 feet. And from here, bend your knees, brush the floor. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sit the weight back into your heels. Good. 3 more. Can you sit lower? Can you lift your heart a little higher? Can you deepen your breath? And as you exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, step hop or float it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift your right leg up, and as you exhale, hug your right knee to your chest in plank. Good, and then inhale, reach it up again. And exhale, hug your right knee to your chest. 3rd time, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hug it in, and this time can you make contact? Pull the thigh up, 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 and step it through. High lunge. Brush your fingertips back, reach your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips forward, outer right hip back. Inhale, high lunge. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, push up through your knuckles and lengthen down through your tailbone. Now, take a deep breath in. We're going to bend the elbows and the left knee at the same time. Exhale. Hug your elbows in. Good. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and hug your inner elbows in so they stay narrow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and stay. Maybe start to look up towards your wrists or up the wall in front of you. One more breath. As you exhale, release both hands inside of your right foot. Plant your left heel down at a 45-degree angle. And then walk your hands to the front left corner at like 10 o'clock on a clock face. So feel free to put a couple of blocks underneath your fingertips if that's helpful. Walk your fingers way out, press your right thigh back. So what I mean by that is don't let your knee follow your arm, right? Keep active, active, active. Your right thigh presses that way as your arms go this way so that you're building a kind of negative space, like a little wedge of pie between your inner right thigh and your right ribs. And take 2 more breaths here. Yes, that's it. Beautiful. Now, from here, walk your hands in, turn your left heel in, and walk your hands over to the left, to the back of your mat. Bend your left knee. We'll give that right leg a little break and stretch it out. You can come down low, you can stay up high. Skandasana, maybe you find your balance. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. And then take 3 more deep breaths wherever you are. Hands on blocks, hands on the ground, hips high or low, hands in prayer seal. 1 more breath. Goddess pose. Bend both knees. Come through the center. Reach your arms up, lift up, palms forward, spread your fingers, and then hug your front ribs in and down. Big breath in. Make 2 fists. Exhale through your mouth. Good. 4 more. Last one. Stay. Bring your hands to your hips. Thumb and index hug in around your hip bones and then press down, like right where your thigh creases at your hip. Press down. Get a little deeper in your hips. And as you press down with your hands, can you pick your rib cage up, up, up? Get a little longer between the hip bone and the bottom rib. So you're really pressing down that way with the hook of the thumb and the index. 2 more. Okay, straighten your knees, spin your 10 toes forward, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your feet in until they're hips width. This is called hypopressives. In the PT world, it's called Udiyana Bandha Kriya. In the yoga world, same thing. And what you're doing is exhaling all the breath out and suctioning the belly in and up. I'm going to show, if you're familiar, if you know Udiyana Bandha Kriya, go for it. Just start off. We'll do several. But I'm going to come close to the screen. So it looks like this. Your fingers roll in. Your knees are bent. And you're propped up here. So that's the first step. You're propped up. Arms are completely straight. So you notice if you bend your elbows, you lose that action of traction, of spreading the rib cage forward out of the pelvis, which you want for this. Stretch the canvas of the tummy. Okay, so just watch if it's new. You'll inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, hold, and draw in and up. I can't talk when I'm doing it, so I'll just do it. It's not so much a muscular action as it is a suction. In and up. You empty all the breath out, and then you pull the abdominal wall up and under the bottom ribs, okay? So your fingers point in, your knees are bent, your elbows are straight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, mouth. Hold your breath and draw your belly in and up. In and up. Good, Mike. Keep pressing firmly into your hands. So you're holding yourself up with your arms when you need to and as soon as you need to. First, relax your belly, release your chin from your chest. Then inhale. Take a natural breath here, and we'll repeat 2 more at your own breath pace. I'm going to do them with you. Good. All right, straighten your knees. Come on back around to the top of your mat. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sit a little lower. Lift your heart a little higher. And deepen your breath. Yeah, looks good. 3 more. Work to straighten those arms as that becomes available to you. Yeah, nice, Stephanie. Straightening the arms and spinning the palms and the armpits in as you straighten. 1 more breath. We'll exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step, hop, or float there. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, hug your knee to your chest in plank. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hug it in. 1 more time, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hug it in. And then step your left foot through. Pause on your fingertips, left knee over left heel. Lovely. Yeah, good. Inhale, reach your fingers back, heart forward. Exhale, reach your fingers forward, outer left hip back. Inhale, high lunge. Good. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, push your knuckles up. We're going to bend the elbows and the right knee together. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, bend your back knee, hug your navel to your spine and your inner elbows in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And last time, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten and hold. Look up the wall in front of you or clear on up to your wrists. And can you bump your right hip joint towards the right ever so slightly? Plug into your left heel. Last breath. And then release your hands down inside of your left foot. Plant your right heel down at a 45-degree angle and walk your hands towards the front right corner. Yes. And again, keep tracking your left knee out. Bring your blocks with you if that's useful. Get low in your hips. Oh, I think some of you can get lower. Yeah, Emily, slide your right foot back a little further and then drop down like warrior 2 legs, left thigh parallel to the ground. Good, and keep your left knee. There you are, Emily. Yeah, you've got a lot of range. Nice. Keep your left knee over your heel. 2 more, Carolyn. Press your left thigh back towards the wall behind you, the left, so your knee stays over your second toe. And then walk your hands in, and we'll pivot the right heel in for Skandasana. Bend your right knee. Walk it to the right. You can stay up high. You can come down low. You can take your hands to Anjali Mudra. 3 breaths. All right, Come to the center, goddess pose, Utkatta Konasana. Reach your arms up, spread your fingers, lift up, and then hug your front ribs in and down. Like when you did the heel tap, engage your belly so your back can widen and release. That's why core work is so good for folks with lower back pain. Engage the front and magic, poof, lower back widens and releases. Deep breath in, make 2 fists. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale. 3 more. Last one. Good, straighten your knees. Slowly walk your feet in a little bit closer, hips width. And again, fingers point in, hands to your thighs. So when you do this, the arms are not just placed there like a gesture. You are untucking your tailbone and resting. Like if you see a soccer player on the field and they're totally out of breath and they don't have a chair to sit down on, they rest like this, right? So hold yourself up, make your arms really solid. That's key. Now inhale through your nose, exhale mouth. Hold the breath, belly in and up, 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 up. Yes, Udiyana, Bandha, Kriya. Now, as soon as you feel the need to inhale, you relax that, release your chin, and then inhale. Yeah, and then exhale naturally. And we'll do 2 more at your own pace. And you never want to push into the breath hold. You just hold it a small amount when you get started. It's like a resting note in music. It doesn't have to be a big deal. And it will grow over time, but you don't want to force this to happen. All right, when you are done with those 2, take your time. If you're not, you can go ahead and walk your hands up and come on back to the top of your mat. And as you inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And then as you exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, reach your arms up. Let's add a little twist. Take your hands to prayer seal, twist left arm across right thigh. So you're gonna twist towards the right wall. Yeah, good. Keep your knees tracking right over your second toes. Hug your knees to the midline. You can split your arms if your left outer upper arm or armpit, rests to the outer right leg. And then look up to your right hand. Yeah, nice, Mike. Good. Stephanie, as you inhale, breathe your left lung towards this right wall. As you exhale, like someone's pulling your right wrist up, lean your right shoulder blade back. So really turn from the midsection, the ribs. Yes. 1 more breath. We're going to go right into side 2. No break for those legs. Come through the center, Utkatasana. Hands to the heart in prayer. Twist left, right arm across. So you could stay here the whole time, hug those knees in, hips back, or you could split your arms. And as you twist, feel the inhalation guides your right lung to the left wall. And the exhalation guides your left shoulder blade back so that you're really revolving through the rib cage. Revolving, revolving, revolving. Every breath you're revolving. One of my yoga teachers said it's like a chicken on a rotisserie. It's kind of gruesome, but that's the idea, right? Like your ribs are actually turning, turning, turning. It's not a shape, it's an action. 1 more breath. And then from here, fold forward. He was not a vegetarian. Bring your feet 2 fist widths apart. Measure up. Take your peace sign fingers, grab your big toes. Inhale, look forward of your mat. You can bend your knees here if you need. As you exhale, fold. And breathe deeply. Can you shift your weight forward a little bit out of your heels into the balls of your feet? And then let go of your big toe joints and slide your hands underneath the soles of your feet, big toes to wrist creases. Yes, inhale, look forward. You can bend your knees, that's allowed. And exhale, fold forward, Padahastasana. Even with your heels sloping down, can you lean into the ball of the foot and bring a little weight out of the heel pad? One more here. And then gently release, one hand at a time. Last one of these. Interlace your fingers. Plant your fingers, your hands out in front of you with your fingernails pointing up. Now, you might need to bend your knees a lot to get your palms down. That's okay. Now, climb aboard. Right foot goes on top of the right hand, and left foot goes on top of the left hand. You're standing on your interlaced hands. Your palms are a seal to the mat. Yeah. And then you can keep your knees bent or you can straighten them. If you're wearing a ring, you might have to take it off. Can you pull up with the backside of your knuckles? Up, 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 like you're trying to compact yourself. Pull the backside of the knuckles up. Feel free to keep your knees bent. 2 more breaths. Spread your toes. Now, there's 2 ways to get out of this. You can just step off towards your thumbs or step through, go through yourself. Wiggle your right foot through. If you want to give it a try, wiggle your left foot through. Now, interlace your fingers and see if you can scooch them up over your hips into forward fold with interlock. Can you do it? It's like your party trick. Yeah, good. One more breath, and then we're going to meet back in down dog however you'd like to get there. So you can just step back or feel free to take a vinyasa. We'll meet up there. From your downward facing dog, lower down onto your knees and lower down onto your forearms. So we're actually going to interlace our fingers like so. And the elbows will be shoulders width or even a little bit narrower. I would err on the side of narrow since the arms tend to slip in dolphin pose. Press down into your forearms, broaden your upper back, and then tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. You are welcome to stay here the whole time. You are welcome, of course, to move to a wall if that suits your practice, or right leg up, stay here. Or start to lift your outer left hip, this part of the hip, up. That's going to keep the pelvis from opening. And then look forward. Outer left hip, look forward. Outer left hip up, look forward. Stay there or maybe push and take a hop or a press towards Pincha Mayurasana. You can keep both feet planted, one foot planted, you're at a wall, or you're hanging in the middle. 3 more breaths. Push down into your wrists, so it's not just your elbows. Push the floor away from you. If your head is touching the ground, you need more push, more shoulder strength. There should be clearance between your head and the floor. And we'll come on down when you're done with those breaths and rest in child's pose. So big toes touch, knees wide, arms outstretched. So it's not a headstand, it's a forearm stand. And the way that we make clearance for the head is by protracting the shoulder blades, by pulling them apart, like automatic doors opening wide, right? So as you root down into your forearm, push the floor away, your shoulder blades will widen. I want to take out a magnifying lens just to this piece before we do the other leg lifting, if you're lifting a leg. So come on up, back to your forearms. And this is the shoulder blades squeezing in like sliding doors closing. This is the shoulder blades protracting, widening, pulling apart. So not this, but this. Push into especially your wrist. Yeah, gorgeous. Now lift your knees and your hips and keep. So do you feel like when you push the floor away, you functionally have a longer upper arm? Because when you squeeze them together, right, you're kind of closer to the ground, your head will touch, right? But as you push the floor away, you've got all that clearance. You have like a longer foundation to root into. No bumping into the head. It's not a headstand. All right. From here, you can stay, move to a wall, lift your left leg and keep the right foot down. And if you're keeping the right foot down, I really want you to draw that outer right hip up and back, up and back. Yeah, that looks great. From there, if you want to go on, look forward, outer right hip up and back. Look forward, outer right hip up and back. So you don't open the hips, you close them. And then press or hop or float on up into forearm stand in the middle or at the wall. Push down into the ground. Push down into the ground. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Push down into your wrists, especially if they're getting light, root them. When you are done with those 3 deep breaths, come on back, child's pose. Okay. And then come on up, all fours, come on back, nice work, good, down dog. And step, hop, or float to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. So we're gonna do some repetitions and get into strength in our hips, in our legs. Utkatasana. As you exhale, make 2 little fists and bring your right knee up. Straighten your left. And then as you inhale, bend both knees and reach your arms back, pass through, and then straighten both knees, warrior 3. So inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, warrior 3. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. So you bend your knees in between the transition and you straighten the left knee. As you stand, you straighten both knees for warrior 3. Keep it going. It might be tricky to balance. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Utkatasana, bend both knees. If you're falling all over, that's normal, right? We all probably are. Yeah, good. Now make your fists lift your left knee. As you inhale, you're here. As you exhale, you're going to bend both knees and pass back into warrior 3, straightening them. So inhale, here you are. Exhale, there you are. Inhale, exhale. You've got it. Inhale, the right knee straightens. Both knees bend as you pass through. Exhale, and they both straighten for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Utkatasana. And then from Utkatasana, widen your stance a little bit. You are going to grab your 2 blocks and put them 2 feet in front of either baby toe. So this next one, we're going to feel our glutes, and then we're going to feel our glutes even more tomorrow. So what you do in this one, we'll ground the right hand, slowly straighten both knees at the exact same rate. Your right knee is going to want to pop straight, but I want you to slow down the straightening of your standing leg into half moon. So you inhale, and can you straighten your legs at the exact same rate? And then you exhale and you come right back down. We're not going to hold it. We're passing through. Yeah, good. And as you bend, can you bend at the same rate to touch down very lightly? Left hand to the block. Inhale. That left knee is going to want to pop straight. Can you slow it down so it straightens at the exact time as your right? And then as you exhale, come on down. Some of you have done this with me before. You're like, oh God. So we're going to just keep this going. Inhale. And exhale. So that standing leg glute is holding down the whole fort, right? Inhale, slowly straighten the standing leg. Slow it down, slow it down. Do you feel how it wants to pop? Slow it down. And then as you exhale, slow down the moment where you switch to 2. Inhale to open and exhale to close. So it becomes almost this moving meditation. There's a lot that you are tracking, so there's no room for the mind to wander. Exhale, you come into your squat. Inhale, you open both legs at the same rate. Exhale, you come down into your squat. Inhale, you open slowly. Keep it going side to side. A million more. Inhale, exhale. Move your butt back as you sit back. Inhale into your squat. So your knees and your armpits come close. Exhale. Yeah, nice, Katie. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Do you feel your glutes yet? Exhale. Let's just do 4 more. 2 on each side. You can do it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Home stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You made it. Okay. Now bring your feet together. One last piece. Bend your knees. Utkatasana. Try without your hands. We did this at the beginning. We're going to come back to it and look at it more closely. Interlace your fingers. Reach your knuckles forward and reach your hips back. Open your knees, and can you sit? And it's okay if you need your hands. Just use them. But maybe you don't. Part of that is compacting yourself. Knuckles forward, hips back. Now boat pose. You let go, legs up. Yeah, you can bend your knees. That's cool too. Low boat pose. Exhale. Inhale here, hovering at the shoulder blades. Exhale, boat pose. Bend your knees. Interlace your fingers. Now, this is the hard one. You might get a little momentum. Rock back. Rock forward, knuckles forward, knees towards armpits. Use your hands if you need to, but we'll repeat, and maybe you won't need to for one of them. Inhale, Utkatasana. We put it on repeat. Exhale, open the knees, sit back. Use your hands if you need. Inhale, boat pose. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. Interlace. Scooch it through. Use your hands if you need. It's okay. Inhale, Utkatasana. It's like training wheels. You'll free yourself soon. Exhale, sit back, open your knees. Inhale, boat pose. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, hover, look to your big toes. Exhale, lift. Interlace. Inhale, move it up, Utkatasana. 5 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If this is hurting your knees, inhale, or your ankles, you can hold boat for several breaths, and then you can hold, Utkatasana for several breaths. You could just go on your own and do some burpees here. Do your thing. Do what works. Don't torture yourself. We've got 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So as you compact yourself, you go through yourself. If you're up here, it's going to be harder. Get close. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Compact yourself, knees to armpits. Getting close. Yes. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Fold. You made it. Nicely done. Yeah, good. I know sometimes repetition, down dog, can be a little much, but it really helps us to smooth out the edges. Yeah, smooth out the edges. Refine our technique. Okay. Now, inhale. Lift your right leg. Open your right hip. As you exhale, step your right foot through. Left heel down, warrior two. Good. So we're in it for the long haul. Cultivate your breath. Spin your drishti inwards. Slow it all down. Root into your right heel. This is like your home stretch of power moves before we take it down low. Stay with me. Can you drop down into your pelvis? Take your hands like you did earlier, thumb and index, around your hips, and then press down into the crease of your right thigh. So the energy is this direction. I'm going to show from the side. As you root your thighs and hips down, feel the freedom, the buoyancy of the rib cage and the breastbone to go up. So really use your arms here. They're not just placed hands on hips. You're using your hands to get down into your hips and find an action of traction up out of your hips. Keep tracking your right knee out over your second toe. Stay here and reach your arms up overhead. Crisscross your right arm on top of your left so your palms will touch, your right wrist is in front. Interlace your fingers with crisscross wrists. Face your vision, your drishti, to the long edge of your mat. Flip it. Bring your arms forward. Pull the knuckles into your navel. Flip them inside out. You'll feel a big stretch across your left forearm and wrist. Close your eyes, and you can really kind of sink your teeth in. There's a lot to feel, right? In the forearm, the wrist, that right hip, right leg. Okay. And then from here, come on back up with your arms. You could keep your eyes closed or you can open them if you need. And one more time. Reach out, knuckles to navel, flip it inside out and breathe. Okay. From here, come back, arms overhead. Open your eyes if they're closed. And open your arms out wide, warrior two. Reverse it, inhale. Go forward with your right knee 2 inches more. Go back with your right hand 2 inches more. Stay in reverse warrior. Just move your right hand. Can you draw your right hand to your right thigh? Or better yet, can you bend your right knee and palm touches kneecap? Relax your head towards the left, like you're tipping water out of your left ear. You'll feel this delicious stretch across the right side of your neck and chest, even though this, I know, me too, is on fire, right? So slow down. You can close your eyes, lengthen your breath. Stay with me. Relax your head to the left. Feel that glorious stretch up into the right side of your neck. And now you might keep your eyes closed. That's kind of fun. Or you can open them. Slide down to your right forearm to right thigh. Maybe stay here. Maybe slide your right hand inside or even outside of your right heel. Left hand to your sacrum. Lift your sacrum up into your left hand and then reach your left arm over your head. Uttita Parshva Konasana, extended side angle. Eyes closed or open. Push off of your left heel. Reach forward through your crown and turn to the left. And then observe the breath. Find the bottom of your exhale. Two more. And if your eyes are closed, open them. Release your hands down on either side of your right foot. Pick up your left heel. Lower your left knee. Ardha Hanumanasana, straighten your right leg. You can put blocks under your hands. Flex your right foot, and you can also keep a little bend in the knee and work to untuck your tailbone if straightening it pulls you way up here. Try bending and untucking from the tailbone. Yeah, good. And then look forward like cobra. Maybe walk your hands forward if there's more mobility. And dig down into that right heel. So you're going to turn on the muscles, the right hamstrings that you're stretching. Two more here. Heart forward, gorgeous. Look forward. Yes. Now, listen closely. We're going to pivot towards the right, the back of the mat, long side. Walk your hands towards the right. Bend your right knee, stack your right knee on top of your left. As you twist, that happens. And you sit into Gomukhasana, the cow face pose. Right knee on top of left. You're welcome to sit on a block. You're gonna notice the right hip kind of cranks up for many of us. So encourage weight to drop down like two little anchors into both sitting bones. Sit equidistant from both heels. You might glance and see, oh my gosh, I'm so much closer to one. And then from here, we'll reach the arms up and then find your length, lift up. And as you exhale, walk your right fingertips over to the right and lift up and over with your left arm. Up and over, up and over. So your left arm reaches to the right and your right knee presses down into the left and you get this lovely IT band stretch in your outer left thigh. You can stay there or cradle your head, turn the tip of your nose up to the ceiling. Slow down and feel. One more. As you come up out of it, take your left elbow down onto your right thigh. Take your right palm to your sacrum. Twist right in Gomukhasana. Press your left elbow down into your right leg. Swim your right arm up and over and place your right flat palm to your left fist. Right flat palm to left curled fist. Root into the sitting bones. Lengthen and turn. Work with your breath. Drop into your deep core with each exhale. Find the very bottom of the exhale, like a period at the end of a sentence. And ring it out. One more. Empty before you begin again. Gently release. Unwind towards the top of your mat. Keep unwinding so that your right shin spins back and your left leg is straight. Reverse gate pose, Viparita Parigasana, right shin down. So from here, you just keep spinning on the knee, right shin back, left arm overhead. Reach your left arm, lengthen your tailbone, engage your glutes, engage your glutes. Yes, good, one more breath. From here, you're gonna hinge, bend your knees, hinge your hips back, reach your left arm towards the back of your mat, and then come back to all fours. You made it. Okay, all that good stuff on side two. Home stretch, down dog. As you inhale, lift your left leg, and as you exhale, step your left foot through. Warrior two, we're in it for the long haul. Right arm windmills up over your head and back. Nice. Look out over your left hand. Drop down into your hips and left thigh. And then take the hook of thumb and index around your hips and down into that top of the thigh, right where it creases, right? And press down. So your hands press down, down, down. And as your hands press down, you can lengthen up. So here's just kind of placing my hands. Not much happens in my diaphragm, my hip flexors. And as I press down, I create space, I decompress. So your low back should say thank you, right? It feels good to move out of kind of compressing the vertebra to lifting them, one up off the other. Good. And then from here, you can reach your arms down, around, and up. Left wrist crosses in front. Interlace your fingers. Stay low in your hips. And then from here, reach your arms forward and flip it inside out. Knuckles to navel and flip and breathe. Close your eyes if you'd like. Go into that sensation in your forearm and envelop it in your breath, in your awareness. And then reverse, open. You can open your eyes or keep them closed, arms up overhead. And one more time, draw your arms forward, knuckles to navel, and flip. And come back up. Open your eyes if they're closed. Open your arms, warrior two, and then reverse your warrior. Bend your left knee 2 inches more, reach your left hand 2 inches further back. And as you exhale, take your left hand to your left thigh, or better yet, can you bend your knee till your palm and knee meet? Relax your right ear towards your right shoulder. Yes, that's it. Good. And breathe. So breathe up into that left side of your neck and chest. Plug into your left heel. Slow down and feel. Press your palm to your knee. Eyes open or closed. Head into side angle. Left forearm to thigh, or left hand to the inside or the outside of the foot. And take your right arm, reach it overhead. Extended side angle. Plug into your right heel and push off of it to go forward through your spine, through your breastbone, through your crown. Dig into your left heel, press your left thigh back. 2 more. As you exhale, release your hands down, frame up your left foot, lift your right heel, and lower your right knee. Slowly straighten the left knee just as much as you can without causing your lower back to round like a macaroni noodle. So keep the untuck of the tailbone. Yeah, dig into your left heel. If there's more mobility, walk your fingertips forward and breathe deeply. Plug down into the back of the left heel till you feel your left hamstrings engage at the same time that they stretch. Last breath here. And from this Hanuman, we'll walk our hands towards the long left edge of the mat. Bend your knees and your left will stack right on top of your right. And then sit equidistant. Feel free to sit on a cushion, a block, left on top of right. Take a glance down, see where your feet are. If your left hip is kind of lifting up, drop it down. 2 little anchors, 2 little sitting bones. Reach your arms up, get nice and tall. And then as you exhale, left hand towards the left. Walk your fingertips out to the left and reach your right arm up and over. You can stay there or cradle the base of the skull and turn the tip of the nose to the ceiling. Let your breath reach up into that right lung, right ribs. 2 more. And then as you come out of it, you're going to twist. Take your right elbow across your left thigh. Make a fist. Take your left hand to your sacrum. Go forward with your chest and through to the left wall. Swim your left arm up over the top palm, flat left palm to curled right fist. You can press your right elbow down to stack your knees and turn. Find the bottom of your exhale, that complete exhale. Hug navel to spine. And then slowly and gently unwind. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. You're going to pivot on your left knee so that your left shin points back and your right foot is in line with your left knee. Reach your right arm overhead, Viparita Parigasana. Engage your glutes, press the front of your pelvis forward, reach from ankle to wrist. 1 more breath. Hinge from your hips, bend your right knee, reach your right arm towards the back of your mat for a breath. And then come back to all fours. Good. Lie down on your back, hug your knees in, and then move right into Shavasana. And it is like 1 minute to 8, so I just want to give a little time awareness. If you have to log off early, I understand. But if you can, stay with me. I'll guide you through the Shavasana in and out. We'll go over by a few minutes. So when you're ready, close your eyes, set up in the most comfortable way. Feel free to use any blankets, bolsters, eye pillows to really get cozy here. Set it all down. Let go, let go, let go. Begin to deepen your breath. And if you're ready, as you're ready, bend your knees, draw the soles of your feet flat to the mat. Bring your left hand to your belly, your right arm over your head, and roll onto your right side. Use your hands to press up to any comfortable seat. And bring your palms to a prayer seal, Anjali Mudra, at your heart center. We'll seal our practice with one final Om together. Deep breath in. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. Have a beautiful rest of your day.